Okay, thank you everybody for joining this presentation. My name is Dr. Jav. Again, if you can hear me, please drop me a 111 in the chat box and then I will continue. Thank you, Mandeep. So yeah, my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a full-time Forex and cryptocurrency trader. I've been trading now for close on to 5 years. And today I want to show you our system, and also I want to show you how you can yourself start trading the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. So during this presentation, I'll talk about the basics of Forex. What is Forex? I'll show you our learn to earn system, and also I'll show you potentially how you can trade for free. So me knowing what I know how expensive it can be to learn how to trade. However, our learn and earn system is probably one of the best systems that I've ever come across in the whole wide world. And I'm not being prejudiced here. It's just based on my own analysis and what I've seen in the market. And today I'm going to show you not just what Forex is, how you can trade yourself, but also, like I said earlier, I will show you how you can potentially trade for free. Now, very, very important to note is the fact that we make money by following trends. We do not gamble. We do fundamental analysis and we look at the markets and look at technicals. So all of our trades are either based on fundamentals, technicals, or both of the above. And again, going back to when I started in currency about 5 years ago, I'd say, I was running other businesses. I didn't really have that much time. But what I learned from this system was that even if you have 10 to 15 minutes a day that you can spend learning how to trade, it can make a huge difference to your life, as it has in my case. Now, again, in my particular case, like I said, I've been trading for a fair few years now, but I've learned several strategies that have basically allowed me to become financially free. And we have many, many students all over the world. In fact, I think as it stands today, we have in the region of 200,000 students who are learning how to trade with us. And many of them have absolutely smashed the markets and become financially free. I'm just going to pull up my presentation screen, and please do let me know if you can see it, and then I will continue. So if you can see the presentation, please let me know and I will continue with my slides. Okay, brilliant, thank you. So again, yes, so foreign exchange has been around for donkey's years. Banks have been doing foreign exchange for a very, very long time, and they've become very, very profitable from doing it. Now, there's no reason why you can't follow and use the same strategies as banks and achieve similar results to banks. And that is what we do. Now, going back, I think over 2 decades or so, I used to work in the corporate world. So in my particular case, my story is fairly interesting. I went to university for my first degree was actually a master's degree in engineering. And for some reason, I just felt that it wasn't for me. But I continued on. I was top 5% of my class. And I was invited to stay at the university for a further 3 or so years to do a PhD, and that's what I did. I also have a PhD and an MBA as well. So I spent a very, very long time at university. So I was geared up towards a life of corporate. So in my view, in those days, going back over 20 years now, I thought to myself that I would remain in the corporate world, working for a large company for the rest of my life. And what happened was that when I left university, I actually joined a company near London, which is where I used to work in the southeast, and I absolutely hated it. It was not the job for me. I didn't really like what I was doing, and I very, very quickly decided that I didn't want to do it anymore. And that company I then left within around a year, and I then decided to go to Australia for a few weeks. And at the airport on my way to Australia, I think it was Heathrow, I was in the bookstore browsing at books, and I came across Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And obviously this was not a book I'd ever contemplated buying or reading before. It was an alien concept to me, that of being an entrepreneur, a business owner, but I bought the book anyway. And I sat on the plane and I actually read the whole book on the way to Australia. Now, Rich Dad, Poor Dad talks about the cash flow quadrant and the fact that 95% of the world population 5% of the world population control 95% of wealth. It's the 5% of the world population who are financially free. It's the 95% people who are primarily employees working for other businesses that are effectively financially broke. And by broke, I mean that they have more month at the end of the money. Now, going back to my corporate days, I remember the conversations I used to have with other people in the business, in the team, and mostly we talk about money and how we didn't have enough money. And every day or every couple of days, I would look at my bank account and just see it dwindling away. So my money would generally become less and less and less towards the end of the month. And then I would be looking forward to the day that I get paid every single month. And in the case of trading, we don't have to wait until the month end. We can get paid whenever we like. If you want to pay yourself daily, you can do that. We also get paid weekly, monthly. It does not matter when you're going to get paid. You can withdraw your money whenever you like. Now, 1% of the world population have the investor mindset, and we fall within that 1%. We fall within the financially free mindset. Business owners are similar to that. We also own our own businesses through trading, and this has allowed many of us to become financially free. It's the 35% of people who are self-employed that are effectively working jobs but for themselves, if that makes any sense. And 60% of the world population basically work for other people as employees or effectively corporate slaves. And again, many people that I met in the corporate world fell within that sector, and that's why I left that pretty quickly after reading that first book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So what we do is foreign exchange, and in the most simplest terms, foreign exchange, I will explain to you using a concept that you may all have been or considered. Now, if I was to go to America from the UK and change my pounds for dollars at a local exchange, then I will effectively have taken part in the foreign exchange market. If I was to go back to the same exchange again at a later date or time, I may be offered a different exchange rate. It's that difference in exchange rates that we as foreign exchange traders utilize or use to profit from. As long as there's volatility in the market, as long as the market is moving, we can profit from that movement in the market. Now, just bear in mind that one of the reasons that I do foreign exchange is because the market is absolutely huge. In fact, up to $6.6 trillion is exchanged in foreign exchange every single day. It far surpasses the stock markets collectively. Foreign exchange is bigger than all the stock markets put together. Up to $6.6 trillion is exchanged in foreign exchange every single day. And that $6.6 trillion was actually achieved last year in April 2019. And prior to that, it was $5.3 trillion or up to $5.3 trillion every single day. Now, banks, it doesn't really matter who you bank with, whether it's Lloyds, Barclays, TSB, Santander, I could go on and on, are collectively making over $1 trillion every single day from foreign exchange. $1 trillion. If you don't know what $1 trillion is, it's a 1 with 12 zeros in front of it. It's bigger than a million, bigger than a billion. $1 trillion. It's a huge number. And that's what banks are making collectively every single day from foreign exchange. And when I found that out a fair few years ago, I decided that I had to do what the banks were doing. And the most interesting thing is that banks are making that from your money. So they don't even have to use their own money. They are using your money to make money. So they're making money on money. They're making profit from money that does not even belong to them. My question to you is, how much money have you made on your own money in the last 10 years? In the last 10 years in the UK, in fact, around the world, the interest rates have been extremely low, meaning that thousands, if not millions and billions of people have made very little money on their own money. And what we do is that we actually multiply our own money using foreign exchange by exchanging one currency for another currency multiple times in a single day. Now, foreign exchange is very, very big, which means that effectively you can make a very, very good profit. We also use a system known as leverage, which means that we do not have to use our own money to trade. We can use our broker's money and trade at a higher profit than would be possible otherwise. And again, that's one of the concepts that we will teach you through our learnings and teachings. Now, again, like I said, I've been involved in foreign exchange for quite a few years, and a little bit about myself. And I've talked about my short corporate career. Now, what I did was I used to work in the City of London following my first job or second job, I don't remember. But as I was working these jobs, I was also learning how to become an entrepreneur and business owner. And I started buying properties. So I became a property millionaire in my early 30s with properties all over the place. And what I noticed about my property investment was that I was making, I think it was 8 to 12% a year per property. So my property yield was around 8 to 12% in a single year. If I compare that to foreign exchange, in foreign exchange, you can make 8 to 12% on your capital in a single day. You won't make it every day. However, there's been many, many days when I've personally made 8 to 12%, if not a lot more than that in a single day. So basically, you're making your yearly profit from property investment in a single day in foreign exchange. And that is why foreign exchange is so powerful. And that's one of the reasons that I personally invest in the foreign exchange market. Now, following my career in property, in fact, parallel to that career, I also started my e-commerce businesses. So I was transacting online every single day, and I wasn't working a job. In fact, I remember I was in Singapore, Malaysia, Dubai, and quite a few other countries, and I had nothing more than my mobile phone with me, and I was able to run my businesses. Again, the same is the case with foreign exchange. I was recently on the beach in Dubai, and I had my mobile phone with me, and I was able to transact on the largest and most liquid market in the world. So with foreign exchange, you don't need a laptop, you don't need a PC or a very, very fast computer. You can actually use your mobile phone, and with an app on your phone, you can actually transact and make money and achieve a profit from the largest and most liquid market in the world. And again, that is one of the reasons that I do it. And that is why many, many people that I work with on a daily basis are also transacting and profiting from this amazing, amazing market. Now, the amazing thing, or one of the most amazing things about foreign exchange is that it's a 24-hour market. So if you're working in a job for a living, you can still start transacting on foreign exchange. If you're a full-time student, it does not make a difference. We have many single mothers, single fathers, we have parents doing this as well while their kids are at school. And again, it's a 24-hour a day, 5-day-a-week market. You can run your trades at 2 a.m. in the morning if you wanted to. London session starts at 8 a.m. or you can start at 8 a.m. It does not really make a difference when you want to exchange, because the market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's a very, very flexible market, which makes it so attractive to many, many people. Now, one other thing that we do, and certainly in my case, I do this quite a bit, is that we exchange digital currencies as well. Now, digital currencies are becoming more and more the norm as we go forward. The largest digital currency is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was conceived in 2009 when the price was around, I'd say about 10 cents or so. I think it was December 2017, the price of Bitcoin actually hit $20,000. So from 10 cents to $20,000 in around 8 or so years. So $20,000 was the all-time high of Bitcoin. Many, many people that bought Bitcoin when the price was relatively low, anywhere from 10 cents to a few $100s, and sold at the all-time high, became millionaires. There are many, many Bitcoin millionaires currently in existence, and all they did was buy and sell once. What we do is that we trade Bitcoin. We don't just hodl Bitcoin. Hodl Bitcoin means hold on to it. We also trade Bitcoin, which means that we are buying and selling Bitcoin every single day, depending on what the price is going to do. We don't just do Bitcoin. We also cover things like Ethereum, Ripple, and a few other cryptocurrencies as well. Now, I don't know if you know this, there are actually at the moment in the region of, I think it's around 5,000 cryptocurrencies in the market, and we will show you how to trade cryptocurrencies as well as foreign exchange. So we don't just mentor you on foreign exchange, we also mentor you on digital currencies too. Now, excuse me, was it on the 11th of May 2020, just a couple of weeks ago, we had something known as Bitcoin halving, which occurred. Now, Bitcoin halving basically means that the supply of Bitcoin to the market is going to halve. So prior to 11 May 2020, the 12.5 Bitcoins were produced every 10 minutes. Currently, 6.25 Bitcoins are mined or put into the market every 10 minutes. Now, because the supply of Bitcoin has come down, the price goes up. And this is what we saw in 2016, which was the prior Bitcoin halving date. In 2016, Bitcoin halving occurred from 25 Bitcoins to 12.5 Bitcoins. And we saw the price increase in December 2017 when the price actually hit $20,000. Now, based on that simple economics principle, we are expecting the same kind of increase in price again. In fact, 3 years from today, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to hit in the region of 6 figures. So 6 figures is at least $100,000. At the moment, today, I did check today, the price of Bitcoin is $9,000. Bitcoin halving has already occurred. And within the next couple of years, the price is basically going to shoot up, as it has done multiple times in the 10 or so years that Bitcoin's been in existence. Now, closely related to the price of Bitcoin is the price of Ethereum and also Litecoin as well. And like I said earlier, we mentor you not just on trading Bitcoin, but also some of the other digital currencies as well. Now, Bitcoin is a very, very big market. We also do other types of trading as well, like high frequency trading, for example, binary options. And again, we don't just show you once how to trade. We actually mentor you. We teach you every single day on how to trade the market. Learning to trade is like learning to walk. In the beginning, you try it and you fall over. Then you try it again and you fall over, like learning to walk. But because we hold your hand and we teach you every single day through our online classes, through physical classes, and through phone calls from your mentors, it's very, very difficult not to succeed. We have one of the best programs in the world. We don't just have one mentor, we have over 100 mentors or full-time educators that will show you, teach you, hold your hand on how to trade the markets. And again, like I said from the outset, it's one of the best programs that I've ever been or come across, and that is why I do it. Our live mentorship is absolutely amazing, and again, it's 24 hours a day effectively, because our educators, our mentors are located all over the world, like the USA, Somalia, and a fair few other countries, South America. It's possible to learn from your mentors effectively 24 hours a day. And also, if you can't make a particular session, the sessions are also recorded, which means that you can go back to it when you're available and watch the live recording and trade on that basis. Now, on the live trading mentorship calls, we also place live trades. So this is how I learned to trade. I learned to trade by placing trades the same way my mentors did. And this is what we continue to do, which means that you can place your trades as we do live. So our success will become your success. When you win trades, you will win at the same time as us. And that is why our process and our learning program is so, so powerful. Now, one of our proprietary software systems is known as Harmonics, and the Harmonics system maps out trades for you using harmonic patterns, and it pumps out entry points, stop loss point, and also take profit points. Now, I'm not going to go into detail what stop losses are or take profits are on this presentation. However, a stop loss prevents you from making a loss or too big a loss, and a take profit basically enables you to automatically profit from a trade, and you'll be pulled out of that trade once you've made the profit. So the harmonic system that we have is an automated system that allows you to place trades on automation. There's a bit of analysis involved, which we teach you how to do. And once you've done it a few times, you will become an independent trader. And again, this is effectively one of our copy-paste trade systems, which basically means that you can put those numbers directly into an app on your phone, and the trade is effectively automatically placed for you. Now, we don't just trade Forex and cryptocurrency, we also trade commodities like gold, oil, silver, gas, and I could go on and on and on. We trade indices as well, like the stock market. So we have US 30, German 30, and again, we've become very, very successful trading these things on these platforms. And again, we teach you how to do this too. you're not alone when it comes to trading with us, because we have some of the best mentors in the whole world who will teach you and show you how to trade using our amazing system. Now, I don't know if you know this, but 80% of trading is actually mindset. 10% is skill, 10% is the education behind it, but 80% of trading is emotional, it's mindset. And that is why personal development is so, so important. And the amazing news is that we have actually teamed up with none other than Bob Proctor. If you do not know who Bob Proctor is, please go online and do a Google search on who Bob Proctor is. Bob Proctor is my mentor, one of my mentors, and he's a personal development icon. And I think at the moment his age is probably somewhere in the 80s, but he has the energy of a 20-year-old. So I've met him in person many, many times. And Bob Proctor, once you join our platform, will also show you and teach you how to develop yourself, and that will encourage you and ensure that your trades become more profitable, because 80% of trading is mindset, and that is why it's so important. Now, we have many, many packages that will teach you and show you how to trade. One of our most common packages is the Forex Academy, and as you can see the price on there, there's a startup price and a monthly price. Now, we also have other packages as well, and for example, the HFX Academy, which teaches you things like binary options. We have a DCX Academy and also an Elite Academy. The DCX Academy is primarily for cryptocurrency education, and our Elite Academy, which is my favorite, covers all of the above. Now, there's a startup cost and a monthly cost. Now, at the outset of this presentation, I mentioned that you don't necessarily have to pay the monthly cost, because we have a system that will allow you to cover your monthly cost. We have several add-ons as well, which I'm not going to go into detail on this presentation, but basically we have a 360-degree mentorship program which covers every aspect of mentorship. Whether you want to scalp, whether you want to become a day trader, whether you want to swing trade, whether you want to position trade, it does not make a difference. We have everything in our platform that enables you to do that. And we also have a system, an affiliate system, whereby if you recommend 2 people and they join the platform as well and become active members, then your membership fee is waived, which means that you are effectively trading for free. And if more than 2 people join, then you are classed as an IBO, or independent business owner, which means that the company will pay you an additional income. So many of us do not, in fact, many of us are cash flow positive. We obtain a cash flow from becoming an IBO, and also we get paid from our Forex trades. So it's like a double-edged sword. You get paid twice every single day or every single week, depending on how you look at it, which is why it's an amazing program. Now, if you're not clear with an affiliate program, it's something that all large businesses do. For example, John Lewis, the Carphone Warehouse, a lot of insurance companies, even the Money Supermarket, and a lot of these are household names. They all use affiliate marketing, whereby they pay a commission to a third-party site, like, for example, Top Cashback, which is an online platform, to bring in customers. This business does exactly the same. If you bring in customers, you get paid to do that. So, like I said earlier, this is an amazing platform. We teach you how to trade, we mentor you, and we ensure that you succeed, and we pay you twice. We pay you through the IBO program, and you also get paid through the Forex trades. Now, this is the first part of the presentation. I also want to show you our trading platform, and so I will hand the baton on to my esteemed colleague Mandeep, who should be on the call, and she will actually talk you through how we trade on one of our systems. Mandeep, are you on the call? Let me just see if I can find Mandeep. She should be on the call.
Hi, Dr. Jav. How are you doing? I'm here. How are you?
Hi, Mandeep. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm very well. It's good to see you.
Good. Yes, you too. You ready to rock and roll?
Yes. So Mandeep's going to talk through vibrato, Mandeep.
Yep. Vibrato. So
yeah, I'll allow you to carry on. Thank you for being on the call, Mandeep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So good evening, everybody. My name is Mandeep. What an amazing presentation by my colleague, my friend, Dr. Jav. He's amazing as always. And, you know, the great thing about this industry is that it allows us to connect with so many, you know, wonderful people out there. And I remember when I started this industry 2 years ago, I mean, like Dr. Jav, I also come from a corporate background. And do you know what? My mentor asked me 2 questions. And actually, I thought to myself, I've got to have a good, long, hard think about this because I want to change my life. I want to do something different. So I was working for 10 hours a day for 10 years. And my mentor said to me, look, in the last 10 years that you've been working, Mandeep, how much of that money that has flown through your bank account have you actually multiplied? And I sat back and I thought, nothing, 0. Because for the last sort of 10 years that I'd been working, I did a lot of traveling. So the money had gone on there. And then I'd also, you know, sort of spent my money. In terms of savings, I'd saved some. In terms of multiplying, compounding, or investing money, I'd not done any of that. I'd not done any of that. Question number 2, my mentor said to me, how do you fancy living every day like it's a Sunday, a Saturday, or it's a weekend or a bank holiday, instead of waiting twice a week to enjoy the sun when it's summer? Or maybe going to a different country during the holidays or during term time. I actually worked in the education sector. Why wait for your employer to dictate these things? And he hit the nail on the head. He was really, really right, because I don't know about any of the guests on this call, but I used to be that person who used to actually wish for my Friday evening, for my Friday afternoon. The minute it hit 5:30, I was at the office and I couldn't wait, because I thought, yes, I've got a 2-day break. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. But a lot of people do that. And I was doing that as well. I was literally wishing my life away, my days, my weeks, my minutes, my years away. And boom, after 10 years, I thought, wow, I'm here. I've done my 10th year in corporate world, and I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel, you know, that I've achieved something big. You know, I'm helping people. It's great, but it's not like I can retire my parents on this. It's not like I can treat every day like a Sunday. It's not like it's made me 6 figures. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to come into an industry which I could get to grips with. Now, I don't come from a background of statistics or mathematics. I got a B at mathematics GCSE and that was it. But trust me, this is not about technicals. Some part of it is, but this is all about your psychology. It is all about your emotions. It is all about learning that life skill. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you a strategy that I and Dr. Jav use together, and we actually teach this to you. So we would be your mentors coming onto the Zoom calls when you enter in this platform, and showing you how you can trade and taking live trades. So I'm going to actually share my screen and talk you through some of the trades that I took earlier. So if you can see my screen, just drop a 1 in the chat box. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so one of the trades that I took earlier, I mean, it's actually marked on the candlestick, but for the guests on the call, you'll see that we're looking at 3 moving averages. We're looking at 3 lines, which are 3 moving averages, and these are the thick green, red, and blue lines on the screen. So the red, the blue, and the green lines on the screen. So we're going to do this together, and you're going to tell me what you see on the screen, because I want to show you how simple this particular strategy is. Okay, so we're looking at this vertical line here, this point onwards. Ignore the current price there. I'm just kind of reverting back to a trade that I successfully placed earlier today, so you can actually see the benefits of how this works. So when this trade was called in, it was actually called in as a sell, which means that the prices, the candlesticks are moving down. Now, one of the first things I want to ask you is, have the red and the blue lines crossed over? Can you see a crossover of the red and the blue lines? Just put a yes or a no in the chat box. What do you think? Yes or no? Have the red and the blue lines crossed over? And I'm talking about where the yellow line is, by the way. Have the red and the blue lines crossed over? Only 1 out of 13 guests. Okay, that's not great. Hopefully everybody can see that. Okay, perfect. So we can see here the red and the blue lines have crossed over. Fantastic. So that's confirmation number 1. Now, confirmation number 2 is the red line below the blue line? If it's below the blue line, it's an indication for a sell. If it's above the blue line, it's an indication for a buy. Now, at this point, after the yellow line, which is where I entered, the red was below the blue. Fantastic. And then at confirmation number 3, which way is the green line pointing? Now, right now it's pointing up. When I took the trade at this point on the screen, the green line was actually pointing down. Again, we're looking at the market moving down. And so this was an indication for a sell, and I caught my 10 pips. In fact, I believe this was more than what are called pips. They're movements in the market that help us to make money, essentially. So if I click on the measure tool here and measure this candle, I think it's about 20 actually, yeah, about 25 pips. So at £1 a pip, ladies and gentlemen, that's £25 in 15 minutes, because we're on a 15-minute candlestick time frame at £1 a pip. If that was £10 a pip, that's £250. At £100 a pip, as in market movement, that's £2,500 in 15 minutes. Now, obviously, I'm showing you the range of profits. And of course, I'm not going through risk management or anything like that right now. I'm just showing the potential of the market. I'm going to go through another trade that I took earlier today, just so you can actually see how powerful, this really, really is. And in fact, we've got probably a live example here anyway, where the crossover has happened here. So again, we can see here clearly that a crossover has happened with the red and the blue lines. Just there, can you see the red and the blue lines have crossed over? So that's step number one. Step number two, where is the red line pointing? Is it below the blue line, or is it above the blue line? Well, right now it's below the blue line, which is great if we're looking as an indication for a sell. And then point number three, which way is the green line pointing? Now, at the point that this dropped, the green line is pointing down, which again, we could have caught our 10 pips. Perfect. We could have actually caught our 10 pips, which would have been very, very useful. Now, this product is actually only available with I Am Forex Mastery Academy. You cannot research this or get hold of this from anywhere else in the world. It is only available to us. But my goodness, people are going crazy with this. One of my colleagues did a session. She did a double session today on this particular product, and we caught a lot of pips. You know, we caught in the region of 80 pips in 2 hours, which is phenomenal. She did a session in the morning, a session in the afternoon, and again, at £1 a pip, that's £80 just from our live trades. At £10 a pip, that's £800. At £100 a pip, that's £8,000. I'm talking in pounds. Obviously, I live in the UK, but I appreciate there might be other people on the call who are from outside the UK. But it just shows you the longevity and the potential that this market has, and that these products also have as well. And for myself, you know, this has literally given me everything. It's given me time freedom, money freedom, as well as Dr. Jav, as well as a lot of other people that we are working with. So every day we are continuing to impact so many lives out there. And trust me, I was not a happy bunny in the corporate world, because I kept thinking, I'm having to answer to someone all the time, but how about I can answer to myself and leave a legacy for my future children, and leave a legacy for my parents, and leave an impact and a footprint on the earth. That's what I wanted to do. That was my mission. And through this platform, this has given me everything. So remember, coming from a corporate background and not knowing anything about finance or Forex or numbers, I now can multiply money, and I can enjoy the sun every day, as well as my two sisters and my brother who also do the business with me. And so this opportunity allows you to really get to grips with trading, and it's phenomenal. You know, really, really, you know, enjoying the platform. We have, just as Dr. Jav said, impacted over 200,000 customers worldwide. So when do you want to start? And by the way, I think this is a good trade to take as a sell. USD CHF, we can see the crossover, the red is below the blue and the green line is pointing down. I just saw this right now. I thought I'd point it out. But essentially what you would do is you would then go into your phone, just very quickly, if I show you this, USD CHF, if I can quickly find it. Yeah, that's just there. So USD CHF, all I would do is get my phone, click on USD CHF. I just click there. Click on trade, and then I'd basically click sell or buy. In this instance, I'd click a sell by market, and now I would make the money through this platform. So you're using your laptop to do the analysis, you're using your phone to make the trade. All you need are two things for this platform. Number one is a desire to make a change to your financial situation. a desire to make a change to your financial situation. This is for you if you want to improve or change your bank account. Point number 2, what you need is Wi-Fi. So there you go. You've got 2 things you need, desire and Wi-Fi. If you've got both, this is for you. So Dr. Jav, thank you very much for bringing me on the call. Back over to you. Thank you.
Mandeep, thank you. That was amazing. And I would say, Mandeep, you don't actually necessarily need Wi-Fi. If you have a data connection, that is enough to allow you to trade. And
brilliant.
Yeah. And that's how I've been able to trade on the beaches and so on, and so have you, Mandeep. So again, thank you for that, Mandeep. That was actually a live trade that Mandeep gave you on that short presentation. So you could have actually taken that trade and made a profit on that trade. And that is how easy the concept of trading is. Once you learn the system, and we'll show you the system every single day until you get it. Once you've learned the system, all you need to do is take those 3 or 4 steps over and over again, and you can place your trades for profit. Vibrato is a very, very good system. It's a good system for learners or people that haven't traded before, and it allows you to profit effectively from day one, because we show you the system, we take you through the system and ensure that you actually learn from the system on a daily basis. Now, we also offer you trading ideas and trading signals, and that is our copy-paste trade system, which means that even if you don't know how to trade from day one, you can take the signals, you can plant those signals into your app, into the app on your phone, and whatever that app is, say MT4 for example, and the trades can be placed for you automatically, assuming you put a stop loss and TP number, take profit number in your trades. And again, we show you how to do that. So we have an amazing system used by in the region of 200,000 students in 120 countries all over the world. We don't just throw you in at the deep end, we mentor you and teach you and show you how to trade. And effectively, you can become a trader from day one using our Learn and Earn system. Now, Harmonics and Vibrato are our proprietary systems, which you get access to once you join our platform, should you wish to. And then all you need to do is take on board what we tell you. As long as you're teachable, as long as you have the willingness to succeed, then you can do it. Once you've decided that you want to trade successfully, the rest, as they say, is history, and the rest is I wouldn't say it's easy, but you will get it after a bit. Now, again, thank you for attending this short presentation. We've been trading for a long time. We believe we have the best system in the world, and we are here not just to teach you and show you how to trade, but also to mentor you to success. Please get back to the person that invited you to this presentation, and let's get you registered today. We have an amazing program, and we are looking to have 1 million students within the next couple of years. So we are not a small outfit. We're growing every single day, and we have amazing, amazing success stories. And once you join our platform, you will see how successful many students are. My name is Dr. Jav. Please get back to the person who invited you to this presentation, and we will meet very, very soon. Thank you.